little sugar boogers, and welcome back to part 2 of Let's Speed Build, or Speed Building Seaview Heights. So in this part, we are kind of finishing up the rest of the build, adding in a few more things, experimenting a little bit. I want to thank you guys so much for all the kind words of encouragement and just watching my first part and coming back for the second. I'm really excited to show you what I do with the rest of the place and how I finalize this bad boy. Keep in mind this was split into 2 parts because this actual build took me a little over 3 hours. And I really wanted to kind of take the time to explain like what I did and just, I don't know, I felt like 2 parts would be a little bit better than just posting it all in like a 40-minute episode, which I guess I could have, but I don't really know how many of you would have sat through that entire thing. Anyway, if you guys didn't know, I had filmed the whole entire build at once, right? And then I decided to break it up afterwards. So like if you had suggestions or anything, you could definitely inquire, or not inquire, but you could definitely apply those to this house, I guess you could say, when you download it. It will be available for download after this video's end. So here we are, just again, kind of finishing up everything. I'm in the bathroom, just trying to figuring out how I want to go about it. I did add a whole bunch of light fixtures and things on the wall, which I really liked how that turned out. Those little hexagon wall lights are so freaking cool. They just add such a very light ambience to the room, and they just create like this nice cool like warmth, you know what I mean? That just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just so delicate. I love it so much. Now this bathroom is very vast and open, and some of you may like that, some of you may not, but again, I just didn't know where or how I was going to add anything else in there. But I do like the open space. To be honest, like I said, I really did want whatever spaces or closed off room there was, I did want there to be a sense of like openness to it. So this little area by the window was definitely a hard place to figure out what I wanted to do with it. I ended up figuring out later, but I wanted to add in some bookshelves to the wall there, which I did. I even added in a little ponters. What is my speed? I just woke, like, well, I didn't just wake up, but like, you know, I haven't been up that long, so you know, my brain's still in like incognito mode, still sleeping somewhere in there. Don't even know what's happening. But anyways, excuse me. I just wanted to add in something to that little area, the little bay window, I guess you could say. You could definitely get some like custom content ottomans or make it like a, you know, how do you say, like a window seat kind of thing. I think that'd be really cool. But instead, I just added in like a easel because you could paint there. That'd be fun. I do think I actually delete those blinds later on because I really didn't like them. I don't know. I was like, I like the concept, but those blinds are so damn chunky. Again, I really wish I would have made this a loft bed. I wish I would have. I really, really do. But I didn't, and that's just the way that it turned out. But I do like the way that it turned out, and I mean, it could have been like, I don't know what I could have done differently to make it a loft bed and then still been able to kind of give the master bedroom effect that I wanted. So you'll see here kind of what I decided to do with the master bedroom. I really do like it. The master bedroom actually branches off the gym, which is kind of weird how you would have that. But again, it's unique design. It's different. It's not what you would expect. It's not your total cliche, normal kind of layout upstairs, and I like that. But honestly, the one good thing about this not being a loft is the fact that I was able to go ahead and create the kind of like, I don't know what you would call this, but basically the cabinetry that goes like above and kind of frames the bed there. I have never done this before in a build, and I just really liked it. I feel like it fits this room so perfectly. It's extremely modern. It's really cool looking. It just adds like such a presence to the room. And it just works out perfectly with the way that I had it laid out. And then obviously you have that bed in jazz, just kind of overlooking the ocean, facing the windows there. And I decided to go ahead and put the dresser kitty corner. I also did notice that the blinds were kind of coming through the floorboards. And I'm like, you know, that's definitely when I think I decided that if I couldn't do something about it, I had to get rid of it. And so here I am just kind of decorating this space. Again, if you have CC and all that jazz, you could really just play with this and make it your own. I do love this part of the room. It's actually one of my favorite parts of the house, believe it or not. That and the kitchen area I think is really fun. This is such like a modern splash on this little place here. It has like a very distinct personality. So I don't know what I was trying to do. I was like, okay, screw it. Forget the blinds. We don't need you. Privacy. Who cares? You know what I mean? I'm on my island. Okay. Ho. Yeah, you know. So I think I just play around with some more like different types of plants, and I have like these I call them studio lights, but we have those there. I wanted to play with the lighting and just kind of see how it looked at night. And it's very dim in some areas of this house. Again, that's just kind of like my personal preference. I don't like a lot of light, so you can always change it up if you want. So I decided to kind of take a break from the interior. I think I did, and I added in a different wallpaper, which I love, actually. I think that really plays very nicely, having that border and then go across the top there, because you have that with that window space, so it just peaks a little bit of that black border, and then the white there too as well, just plays very nicely. So I think in here I decided I was going to make it like a gym, or I was going to make it a spa, so I decided to put the massage table on the outside, because honestly, if I was getting a massage, that's where I would want it to be. And in here I decided to do a gym. And this is why early in this part one, I was kind of thinking, you know what, this is definitely like a singles pad or a bachelor pad, because it is. There's tons of places to party hottie. There's tons of places to get naughty. There's tons of places to get, jacked up. And by jacked up, I mean like lifting weights, GTO. Except there's no laundry, so you be GTing all day, but you know what I mean? I'm not talking about get to work. But anyways, or get together. Damn, I did it again. Anyway, I do like it. I do like the concept of walking through the gym. I mean, the reason why I do like it is because it's different. I mean, I really don't know how else to say it. It's unique, and I like that about it. I actually really did like the way that the closet was kind of creating like this little, did you see that kind of like this like 3D-esque dimension in the other room? But I ended up deleting it, and then I was going to try to frame the whole wall mirrors, which would have looked good. But I think I was kind of like just tired and I wanted to get done. So I was like, no, forget it. I'll leave it out. So I just decided to put in a couple pieces of equipment. And I think I added it in a chair or something. I don't know exactly what I did, but I love the way that it turned out. I didn't add the closet like my original plan. But I do think if you wanted to do that, you probably could. And it would play very nicely against the cabinetry in the master bedroom. Sorry, I'm having the hiccups right now if I'm getting a little weird. That's what's happening. Oh, I know what I did. So I actually put in this little table here, and then I decided to go ahead and kind of make this like a shrine to whoever lives here. Putting in this person's like awards. Maybe they were a doctor or an actor or something, and then they're putting in their awards. So when they're getting their gym on, they're like, hell yeah, who's your daddy? Like, I don't know. Or mommy. Jen's so freaking weird. I don't even know why the hell you all watch me. Up here, I decided to do a little bit of an office space. I was actually going to put it just right against this wall here, kind of flush, because I thought it would look nice. And it does. It looks great. But then you have all this other space. Like, I didn't know what the hell to do with that. And I'm going to be honest. Like, if I don't know what to do with something, because I'm not a builder. Like, I'm not like Deli or Andrew or freaking, James or, Curtis. Like, I'm not... Nah, bruh. Okay, like that's levels, and I'm a little more like just on like step 1 of like 3 in the toddler community. You get what I'm saying? Like, no. So anyway, I decided to actually add in a DJ equipment too, because it is. Oh, did I not? Am I lying? I'm lying, aren't I? No, I'm lying. I actually do add in that DJ equipment, by the way, but I actually add it outside, which is cool because that's where you party, right? You're not going to all stand up here around the DJ. DJ, turn it up in my little space upstairs. No, it's not going to happen. It's just not. I'm sorry. Like, it's not happening like that, okay? we're at urban estates here, okay, people? Like, we need to rep what we say. So anyway, I think the terrace and the outside is also just one of my favorite places. It's one of the most captivating in my personal opinion, most beautiful. If I lived in this house, if I could afford it, I would definitely have my Sims out on this terrace all the time. And I'm going to be talking about those recliners that are functional, by the way. They're actually one of my most favorite pieces of CC in the entire universe. And I really wish they would add those lounge chairs into the game. But honestly, like, I don't even feel like they're missing because I have these chairs. But I'll talk about those when the time comes. So I actually was kind of thinking of having that glass mirror or glass window skylight thing trickle into the master bedroom. I think that would look really, really nice. But I actually ended up aborting that idea because, I don't know, I just didn't feel like it looked great, I guess. So over here, we're playing with some more awnings and stuff. And I noticed that it was kind of messing up the downstairs floor plan. Like, what is this? I don't even know. So I decided to go ahead and use my noodle I needed to use my brain and figure out how to bypass this scenario. So adding in like a floor actually bypasses that and you don't have any issues. So I decided to go ahead and add some columns because how are you going to have some grass? No, sorry, don't do that. How are you going to have some glass just kind of chilling like that if you don't have anything to support it? That's not, this is The Sims, right? But this isn't like Fairy Tale Central, okay? So like we need to try to like mimic and mirror like physics here, people. So this is what I'm trying to do. Then I wanted to go ahead and add in that glass, I always forget, like, what this is called, glass fencing, glass railing. But then I decided it was just too much glass, too much of glass is just not a good thing. So I decided to go ahead and put in a half wall. And now for the exterior, I'm just messing around downtown. I am just adding in some more detail because even though the most of the focus is now on the front and that side of the house there, I do want the house to be well-rounded. I don't want you to go to the other side of the house and go, oh, look, Ma, it's a Kleenex box. Like, you know what I mean? So I try to bougie it up a little bit, but I definitely feel like the main focal point of this house is the outside. That is what this place has to offer the most, in my personal opinion. It's just the outside. It's just so damn glorious. I absolutely am in love with the outside of this house. So here we are adding in those chairs. If you guys are interested in getting those recliner chairs for yourself, I will have a link to my website down below, and I will link 2 options for you. You do have a functional option and then one where, it's functional as in like they lay in it. Like it looks like they're lounging in it. I have 2 different options for you. I'll take you to the website so you can pick which one you want. Those are my favorite. They look, tell me, Susie Q, that does not look like that is like actual game content, because it does. It does not look cheap. It does not look like it's from IKEA. I love IKEA. I'm no shade, okay? Trust me. My whole bedroom set, or for my studio room, IKEA. I have a story to tell you about that. IKEA almost caused me to get in a car accident. But anyways, yeah, try fitting 2 large desks, a huge freaking mural painting inside of a Volkswagen. Yeah, picture that for a second. This is when I had my Volkswagen. I used to drive a Jetta. It was a nice Jetta. That slammed, okay? It was V-dubbing all day. Anyway, I loved it. Anyways, just try to like imagine putting all that stuff in there, okay? It was a miracle. But you know what? I made it happen, Captain. So here we are, just kind of outlining the outside a little bit, figuring out what we're going to do with our existence. I wanted the hot tub, and I actually don't know if I ended up keeping that there. And then I also wanted it private. I think I go a little overboard with the backyard, but I don't remember if it looks good or not. Like I said, I built this house a couple weeks ago, and I'm just now getting to the voiceover and being able to upload it for you. But I think I like it. I do. I think I do. Right now, I think it looks great. But again, I was kind of getting tired at this point, and I didn't remember what I did. And I really wanted to do like a lounging area outside as well. And I think this is actually where I put the hot tub. I put it in like a little bit of a gazebo kind of deal, and I like it. I actually do. I do like this concept already. I'm remembering what I did here, and I do like it. So the reason why I did this is just because it has like its own area. You can chill, hang out with your crew, do what it do, bring out the hotties, the ladies, whatever. And there's also a beautiful like skylight that hops into here as well, so that you get that lighting and you get that feeling of openness, because that's pretty much what this whole place is about anyway. I actually don't remember how I put in this light, though. I think it just goes in the center, and there's a little bit of a border in between it. But as you can see, I'm kind of like adding a little more detail to the rest of the build. And there I go, adding in like the borders around the side, which I really like. I love adding those borders. It just separates things. It makes things look more put together. It's kind of like adding a photo frame to a photo. That's my personal opinion. It frames the house when you add these borders, you add columns. And that is something I've picked up very early. If you feel like your structure looks great, but there's just something lacking, 9 times out of 10, it's probably the fact that there's just not enough definition to the build. And I feel like those are key assets, really, just framing your house like that. I don't know, I like it. Just the way that I think, I suppose. So we have some stairs leading up to that area. I don't know what I'm looking for right now specifically. I think I'm looking for some lighting to add in there just to illuminate a little bit. There we go with the skylights, and then I'm adding some lights to the rest of the place. It's going pretty quick right now. I actually did add in a little bit of border to the skylights. That way it just, again, doesn't look like it's unfinished. Do you know what I mean? It just looks a little more professional. Like, I guess I feel like that would be something that somebody would do if they were in architectural design or like construction or something. They would probably maybe add in a border there. I don't know. Like, who looks at the roof? I don't know. I mean, this is The Sims. So I actually do add in that fancy dancy DJ station outside. So could you just imagine a freaking raging pool parties? I mean, this is like the place to do it, dude. Inviting over everybody, having drinks, kicking it. Like there's a bar out there, there's a hot tub out there. I think you could, there's even like a place where you could grill and like have people sitting on the patio. I mean, there is just so much to do back there. Like what you wouldn't even need reason, okay, to go to a club at this point. So doing the actual like landscaping and stuff of the house, it was kind of a struggle. As you can see, I keep going back and just seeing what it looks like on the gallery. Believe it or not, I truly do base what I see in that picture. And I look at it for a split second. I'm like, okay, as the house stands, would I download it? Does this catch my eye? No? Okay, what can I do to change it? What can I do to, and I swear to you, ever since I started, it's so weird. Like you wouldn't ever think of, maybe I'm weird. Maybe you wouldn't think of that, but I did. And for some reason, it just really helped. Because it looks good, like, when you're in-game, but just by that picture, it can look weird, or it can look, I don't know, it's like a third-person perspective, or second-person perspective, whatever. So I really do gauge what it looks like in the photo by how I'm gonna finish this build in the front. So, because originally I started building the house, and it was like the other damn direction. I'm like, no. And that also helps if you're like, that's a key tip. If you're trying to have people, people aren't downloading your stuff from the gallery or whatever. Believe it or not, their first impression obviously is that photo, and they're gonna gauge what they see in the photo by the quality of the build. Also, other things go into that, but I feel like if you have a really good photo of your build and it represents your build well, then your chances of somebody downloading it are extremely high. And personally, I just do this for fun, but like if you are trying to get known on the gallery for a little bit more and have your more people come to your builds, pay close attention to what they look like in that photo. Like, you know what I mean? Even though your build may look great, but the picture only shows the back of your house, people aren't going to really see that. Do you see what I'm saying? I really wish EA would allow us to take a picture like into our gallery and then choose like what we were going to upload. I think that would be really cool and helpful, so that we could actually like take a picture of our own build and do it, and also have the options of the presets, like kind of like how YouTube does, upload your own thumbnail or use one of them that's pre-selected for you. That's what I feel anyway. And so I wanted to, like I said, kind of add a little definition to the outside landscape, but I do tweak this so freaking much, you guys. I add in, take away. I do a ton to the outside of this house, but at the end of it, I try to go with more simplicity versus having a whole bunch of stuff out there. And in the end result, I really do like how it turns out. I do. I just, I think it's really fun. It has a sense of, okay, this is the front entryway, and then also there's the gates and stuff, so like you didn't have to go through the house if you wanted to. You could just walk through the gates and go into your pool. You can obviously lock them and stuff like that. I mean, you're not going to get like a lot of visitors obviously on the island. At least when I lived here a couple times with a few of my Sims, I never got visitors. Like just my neighbors were all that were here, and I love that because it's so exclusive and so private almost. But just in case, on the off chance that you do get like some random stranglers, no, God, hope not. Hopefully there's no murderers on Windenburg. I mean stragglers. Stranglers. Well, girl, you know where those trophies are. You run upstairs, you grab yourself a trophy, and you go at it. You go ham, girl. You go. Anyways, there's some self-defense devices upstairs, located on the second floor in the gym, okay? Just so you know. Oh my God, Jen, you're so silly. Anyway, I add in some of this landscaping stuff because I feel like more is more, but it's not, And I ended up just kind of saying, screw it. I mean, there's so much going on around us anyway that we don't need all of this. Like, how do you say it? Like, we don't need all of this, confetti, there we go. But I ended up just playing with it, and honestly, I could have just kept this out because I think I ended up deleting this. I do. And at least it gives you an idea. Like, if you do like this does appear to you, totally go for it if that's your thing. But it doesn't look bad. It's just, see in the photo, I was like, ew, no. That's exactly what I'm telling you about. I was like, no. We gotta take all of this back, delete, backspace. So I ended up doing that, and did I really, girl? Did I really, though? I ended up, I don't know why I did that. I ended up kind of cleaning it up is really what I did. Okay, I'm actually like intrigued in what I did. Okay, it's like, okay, that doesn't look bad. And I just deleted some of the things. Okay, this is supposed to be modern, Jen. Do you like it? You do. Okay, so pretty much This is Seaview Heights. I will go ahead and insert some pictures and stuff onto my website and a link to the lawn chairs or lounge chairs if you guys are interested. So if you want to go ahead and check it out, go ahead and do so. My link to my website will be down below. It's also xurbansims.com in case you were wondering, or xurbansimsx.com. And I think that's about it. If you liked this speed build, please don't forget to go ahead and give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below where the sun does not shine. Also give me ideas for future builds. And I think that's about it. So I will see you all next time. Bye, guys. Wow, girl, you a mess. Love the kitchen in the end build. I'm telling you guys, it's definitely a little bit different than what you see here, but I love it because I incorporated something I just haven't really done before. At least I don't think I have.